The BCIP Podcast, originating from the beautiful state of North Carolina, presents a dedicated episode on our top 5 dream cars to buy in 2023. I'm joined by Isiah Uchillo to talk about this collaborative list that we have put together. But first, a word for our audio provider. This podcast is being recorded through the highest dollar to quality ratio equipment. They are best known for their work with famous music artists such as the King of Pop, Michael Jackson, recording Billie Jean with the SM7B, and they have now included an audience of streamers, podcasters, and stay-at-home workers to their microphone family line. Yes, we are talking about Shure and their hybrid USB and XLR microphone, the Shure MV7. Shure aims to deliver top-tier audio quality with plug-and-play accessibility. Make sure to purchase your audio gear now and take your audio game to the next level. Sold at participating stores and online shopping sites. In the modern day age of egg prices going up, rent skyrocketing, and gas prices that are burning a hole in our wallets and gas tanks, inflation hasn't stopped our American people's way from loving the cars that we drive on today's roads. And with that, me and Isiah have compiled a top 5 dream car list, as well as some bonus commentary on our thoughts on Tesla's $25,000 car and Elon's plans for sustainable energy expansion. And guys, when we say dream cars, we mean dream cars that are on the realistic side of being obtainable. So these aren't culturally status quo vehicles like Lamborghinis, Ferraris, etc. So,
yeah, I mean, we're not going to drop an equivalent of a house into a car and then be scared to drive it through a Chick-fil-A parking lot in fear of it getting keyed or scratched. Come on, man.
Yeah, well, I mean, hey, that's why you park it a mile away, around back.
Yeah.
You get your food, and you pull up to the stoplight and look cool, with a fry in your hand. And then you casually look over to the driver next to you as, they either do a quick look away, or they give you a thumbs up, or they just continue staring at the road ahead of them, So, anyway, let's get into it, man.
There it is, man. Let's do it, brother.
Número 5 para mi gente en la hogar. Starting at 5 for the people at home, we have my longtime favorite gas guzzler of a sports car, the old 2014 Jaguar F-Type. Still a magnificent work of art on the road, and obviously it's not that butchered remaster that they made in 2020 and have still horrendously continued through 2023. Now, this car is now more affordable than ever, and it still exudes class on the road. Now, the base model does 0 to 60 in 5.1 seconds, and the top spec does it in 4.2. Keep in mind, we are still talking about the 2014 version here. It's a sports car, folks. Small trunk, but it still looks great. Not a lot of cargo space, but you're getting performance. Now, if you're a minimalist looking for a simple interior, this car ain't for you. But if you love the driving performance of vehicles, then this kitty's gonna roar down the road all the way home.
It's so loud,
Guys,
man.
It's loud.
It's so loud, man.
It's ludicrously loud. In the aggressive settings. It will definitely piss off your neighbors at night if they're trying to sleep. Now, and you will hear it miles down the road, guys. The cracks, the pops, they're crazy. Okay, like when you play, Forza Horizon 5, Gran Turismo 7, all those games, they don't do the sound of this car justice in real life. Now, these settings can be changed for a more stealthy vibe, but ain't nobody got time for that, man. We just want to unleash the beast, man. Now, the 2014 F-Type is going to run you around $36K. The reviews are still great. I've even seen some YouTubers still buying this old version of this car. So it still has that wow factor. Great car to get. Let's move on down the road. IP60, let them know number 4.
Yeah, man. My pick came down between 2 cars, both of which we have agreed are appropriately placed on this list at 4. And they are the Ford Bronco and the Toyota Supra. And since I can only pick one, I have to give it to the Ford Bronco. I gotta give it to the Ford Bronco. But allow me to speak on the Supra for a little bit, man.
You got it, fam. Go ahead.
So, the Supra, we all know the stats, man. But if you don't know, I'm gonna tell you. So, 0 to 60 miles per hour, ranging from 5.1 to 6.3 seconds based on the model that you choose. The looks, man, absolute fire. I'm just gonna go ahead and say it, man. Bowser can't even touch this car, man. Now,
that was corny.
I think this is almost a cross between a Lexus and your Jaguar F-Type, but that might be a stretch for some.
Got that right.
Now, the interior that I like has the two-tone look, man, just like our ever-elusive PS5, especially with the brown color scheme, man. Oh, it's sexy, people.
It does look good. It does look good.
Let's get to the main course, man, which is the Ford Bronco. Now, here's some insight into the life of Isiah. Your boy loves to go camping, all right? When I was little, my parents would go and buy huge buckets of crabs and lobster legs, and we would go outside and camp, eating seafood till 1 in the morning, man. And as I got older, I started fishing catfish, which was my personal favorite. And in fact, I went on a field trip in elementary school, and I remember this vividly, man, because I was so salty about what happened. You know, we were fishing for hours.
Yeah.
All right. We all had bins laying around to try and catch fish, and I was the only kid to catch a fish, period. Okay, out of the whole school lot.
Talent, boy.
The teachers caught little whack flounder swimming around on the surface. And they were so ecstatic. Like the day that I got my first upper lip hair and knew I was getting a And boy, let me tell you, man, I was so clutch. I was so clutch as a little kid, man. We were about to, pack it up and go to the school. And I felt a tug on my line, right?
Uh-oh.
The bobby pin sunk in. And I was so small at the time that I swear my feet were dragging towards the sea. So a teacher had to sit there and hold me back from falling in. Now, man, let me tell you, to this day, I am still seawater salty, man.
Let him know. Let him know.
I've been mad ever since. Because the teachers would not let me keep this decent-sized catfish that I pulled up, man. Through my own hard, struggling effort, they wouldn't let me keep it because of the whiskers on it.
Sad.
Come on, man.
So sad.
I swear. But it turned into a hobby of mine. And, while I'm not saying to our audience to justify a complete purchase of an SUV just to go off-road to a lake to fish or out to sea, whatever you do, I will say that it comes built and customizable to handle that type of lifestyle. It's got drain plugs for the kids, muddy shoes, and container stains that you store in the truck. It's got a 360-degree camera, which Tesla is too lazy to implement.
Oh my gosh.
I'm just calling it like I see it, man.
Shots fired.
It's got racks for kayaks, winches, oh my gosh, and extra storage in the tailgate. And guess what, Brandon?
What's up, bro?
It's got a space to put a full-fledged tent with a ladder.
Crazy.
Right on the roof.
Cray.
Come on, man. That's utility, brother.
It is.
That's utility. That's functionality.
Yes.
That's style.
Yes.
That's a good car, man. The Ford Bronco starts at $44,595.
Woo!
Now, like I said, this car has its spot at number 4. Because we have some cars that are for the outdoors higher up in the tier list. But they improve upon the foundations that the Ford Bronco has already built.
Shall we let the people know?
Let them know, man.
Yes, sir. So number 2 is one. Oh,
what?
Man, we're on number 3. Ha 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 ha. That's
oh
funny.
My gosh,
right,
what is math, ladies and gentlemen?
Number 3 on the list is the 2023 Rivian R1S. Now, why is it at 3? Because it's slightly out of the realm of affordable for the working class American, but hey, nothing is impossible.
Gotta believe it, man. Gotta believe it.
The Rivian R1S builds on the foundations set by the Bronco as an outdoors vehicle.
Indeed.
And it improves on other things like cargo space,
Yep.
autopilot-esque features, which are not up to Tesla standard, by the way, but in some areas, they are still usable. And it also improves on other things like security and practicality without everything being tied down to a menu system on screen. The only things that plague this car, as well as the R1T, are software issues, like opening the door handle using the key card, locking and unlocking sounds, and a limited but expanding charging infrastructure. But the tech's potential and present-day utility makes up for it. The Rivian R1S starts at $79,800. Number 2 is one that has paved the way for the new era of EV cars, and the real-life Tony Stark behind them, Tesla.
Yes.
And their Tesla Model 3/Y. Both to be considered as top prospects for all the same reasons other than cargo space differences. As an overall real-world use case, you get a usable range starting with the 3 at 272 miles and ending with the Y at 330 miles, with upgradable 0 to 60 times ranging from 5.8 for the 3 and ending at 3.1 seconds, and 5 seconds for the Y to a peak time of 3.5 seconds. Tesla still has some blemishes with quality control, but has improved as a whole, and the self-driving tech is improving in a fluctuatingly slow way, but progress is still progress. And other cars in the market are still competing to come close to what Tesla has done in the software department.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Now, we didn't choose the Model S and X because of their lack of awareness and practicality. That comes with the yoke steering wheel. But good news is, man, there is a $700 retrofit, so you can try your luck at that. Get a regular wheel with no stocks. So there you go.
I think it's sold out, and I think it's free now, actually.
Sold faster than me buying a recorder for 5th grade, learning to play the Hot Cross Buns song. And I was hot garbage at that thing, man.
This guy, bro. Oh my gosh.
Oh, God.
Anyway, yeah, so the steering wheel edition is a free option that is now included. Listen, Tesla has had their struggles in their rise to mainstream stardom, but I firmly believe that they are losing their spot as, the leading brand for EVs due to Elon's stubbornness to change their designs and add more practicality and functionality to their cars.
That's a true statement.
Everything being controlled on the center screen.
Yes.
Also losing functionality by going to Tesla Vision.
Yes, sir, man.
Which is nowhere near as reliable as radar was.
Yep.
And even camera additions and camera positioning flaws to help with the car's overall visibility of objects. So, for example, when you have an object up close to the front or rear bumper, it completely disappears from the car's view. And, Tesla and Elon have to do a better job at implementing community ideas to make their cars better overall, like a 360 camera.
Let them know, man.
That's neither here nor there, man.
Get it done, Elon.
They will continue to succeed with their brand's variety of services. We all know Tesla has their space tech, their plans to globalize sustainable energy, and from what Elon has teased, they now have a $25,000 Tesla prototype that is still in the works to be mass produced.
It's not coming out anytime soon, just like the Cybertruck. But, man, keep your fingers crossed.
You sound salty about that one.
Brother, I'm seawater salty.
Oh, God. All right, man. For the audience at home, we are down to our last car spot. So hey, last but not least, we end it with the 80s inspired futuristic EV, the Ioniq 5. And if we're really being honest, the Ioniq 6 makes the list as well, just off of raw potential alone. So, let's cut a deal. We're going to talk about both of them.
Well, I mean, they're both too fire not to, you know what I'm saying?
IP60.
Yep.
Take it away, man.
All right. So the Ioniq 6, man, very briefly, you've all seen the commercials, man, with Kevin Bacon hyping up the car. But, this car already won awards with the 2023 World Car Awards, man. It starts at $41,600 for a standard range, and adding trims increases the price up to $52,600. And it's a heavy hitter compared to the Model 3. Now, the Ioniq 6 has a maximum driving range of 361 miles. Apple CarPlay and Android Auto are included into the infotainment. And for safety features, it's got a plethora of stuff, man.
Oh, let the people know.
Yeah. It's got blind spot collision avoidance located in the side mirrors. Something Tesla has still not figured out, but that's okay. Standard automated emergency braking with pedestrian detection. Standard lane departure warning with lane keeping assist. Available adaptive cruise control with a lane centering feature. Rear cross traffic collision avoidance assistance. So if you're backing out of a, for instance, Chick-fil-A parking spot, and there's a car coming across, your car will automatically brake for you if needed, along with various warnings and, again, something Tesla really needs to work on. These are a lot of similar autopilot-like features. The only thing that I can find to be quite gimmicky are the digital side mirrors. But, to each their own. It's still a great car to potentially buy. Now, pricing starts at $42,715 buckaroonies, and that's reasonably priced. I'm not even gonna lie to you, man. I think all the cars on the list have been, reasonably priced, except for the Rivian R1S. And again, man, these are dream cars that are realistically affordable, man. So, hey, man, Hyundai's got some good stuff going on in the EV market. Brandon.
Yeah.
Let us know what's in the Hyundai vehicle family coming up next.
Well, first of all, you're going to have some UK boys coming after you for how you say Hyundai. It's supposed to be Hyundai, but whatever. I mean, even Hyundai works a lot better, but it is what it is. Anyway,
they can kiss my grits, man.
Yeah.
They can kiss my grits, man. This is America, man. Come on. Seriously.
The Ioniq 5, which made the list, is said to be the EV SUV to buy in 2023. Well, I got bars, boy. Swear, I need to restart my rap career, man. Shout out to datpiff.com. I'm actually on their
that's classic right there, man.
No, what was it? Silent Witness. And
high school rap.
God, I can't even remember my mixtape name, man. Silent Witness, and then Judgment Day. Brandon Cherry, look me up. So, what are we getting with the Ioniq 5 EV SUV? You're getting a projected heads-up display, a spacious interior with both physical and haptic feedback buttons, V2L charging to power external devices or even other EVs, which is really, really dope.
Very nice feature.
There's also another plug-in in the back seat for passengers, and tunable regenerative braking for easier coasting on the road. So again, improving on what Tesla has done. Range starts at 238 miles all the way up to 300 miles at the top spec, and a bonus feature is the car's solar roof, which can add a few miles to your ride. Pricing is at $41,450 and has earned the top spot on two Tesla fanboys list of cars to buy in 2023. 3. Yeah, you guys thought Tesla was going to be number 1. Nah, we ain't like that, bro. We for real out here. We do real evaluations out here, bruh.
Spitting facts, man. Spitting facts.
What it is. Keep it 100. Last and certainly not least, we are going to talk about the infamous $25,000 Tesla. Isiah, you're the expert on Tesla. Let's go ahead and hear it.
Yeah, man. Brother, I'm just gonna speak my mind, man. I ain't no expert, just a man with a dream and a scheme. That was cheesy. Given the FSD costs about $15K, I don't believe Elon is banking customers to drive off the lot spending $25K for his car.
Yeah.
He says the car will operate mainly in autonomous mode. So again, he's banking on FSD tech to improve, along with updates to Tesla Vision, which in its current state is not fully usable on city streets, but decent enough on the highways.
That is accurate.
He may also need to consider a rollback to LiDAR, with the parking assist being as unreliable as it is. Now, the tech is going to be where the money is, man. With the added incentive of breaking even by participating in the future robotaxi ecosystem, in all honesty, the mistake here is that the car is supposed to be autonomous and not humanly driven. At least that's the primary use case. Now, the general public, I think, wanted a stripped-down, bare-bones minimum version of a Tesla to drive around without the robotaxi and FSD system being the primary use case, but time will tell. It's just my personal take on it. Brandon?
Yeah, I do agree. Tesla is geared towards autonomous driving and robotaxis, and if you're skeptical about the tech behind the car, you still have the rest of the fleet to fall back to. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you enjoyed this episode of the BCIP Podcast. I actually just recovered from COVID, so that is why we haven't been uploading, but thank you for any and all support. Whether you liked the video, whether you subscribed to the channel, or just watched the clip and left, or even disliked and gave us some respectful feedback. Any and all support to make the show better is greatly appreciated. Until next time, much love, and we will see you all soon. Peace.